Dragons now heading the other way. Putman gets it down low to Jaselska. She's going to back it out now. Offer, nice move. Gets around the defender. Misses the layup, but she would go to a line for 2 shots. Good little hesitation move by Offer there.
Yeah, I thought she was going to pull up for the short jumper, but a little head fake and right to the rack, putting some offensive pressure on Potomac State.
Foul is on number 33, Erica Zirk. That is the Catamounts' first foul. And Offer goes to the line for 2 free throws. Gets the first one to drop. She is a 44.2% free throw shooter. That has been one of the Achilles heels of this team so far this year.
Yeah, and heading into tournament play, you hope that number continues to go up.
Both free throws good for Offer. And the Dragons tie it up. So 7:48 left in the first quarter. And it's 2-2. Wetzel thought about a 3. Going to swing it back over. Now Paul will shoot a 3 on the other end. Misses it. It drops to Wetzel, who makes a nice pass to Pryor on the baseline, and she gets a bucket to go.
Long rebound, no block out, and they get an easy layup.
Brown now over to Putman. Inside to Offer. She's going to swing it back out to Putman. Now Brown. And Jaselskis is going to fire a 3. Misses that. Rebound drops to all of the Catamounts, and they're pushing it quickly to the other side. Now Wetzel. Paul gets it down low to Pryor. Pryor posting up Chambers. Chambers had good defense, but the shot drops.
Dragons making the decision to play behind in the post. And Potomac State was able to get the 2 points in the lane.
Jaselskis inside to Chambers. Chambers can't get the layup to go. She gets her own rebound, can't get the putback to go, and the rebound drops to Elizabeth Pryor, the Catamounts. And now Hannah Alt bringing it up the court.
Nice little up and under move by Hannah Chambers. Couldn't get it to drop.
Paul throws it down low to Zirk. Zirk can't get the shot to go. Battle for the rebound. Offer ends up with it, and then they call a foul.
And I give that credit to that miss to Hannah Chambers. Good energy in her defensive end, working hard, change the shot under the basket.
Tamir Whittle comes into the game for the Dragons. The foul was on number 22, Elizabeth Pryor. That's her first, team second. And 2 changes for the Catamounts. Larkin Walker comes into the game. Whittle gets it down to Chambers. Chambers' pass gets tipped, but Jaselskis is able to get on the ground and get it. Now Putman. Floater gets it to drop. Beautiful shot. And
nice looking move by Putman. Wow.
The other substitution for the Catamounts was number 0, Amber Bing is on the court. She now has it. She's going to drive. Misses the shot, but she is fouled. So she'll go to the line for 2.
And the Dragons a little confused on the defensive end that time. Weren't sure whether they're in zone or man-to-man, and it leads to a foul and free throws for the Catamounts.
Dragons foul number 21, Hannah Chambers. That's her first to the team second.
The foul is on Hannah Chambers. That's her first, so that's something we need to monitor.
Yeah.
First free throw is no good for Bing. Bing is a 63% free throw shooter coming into today's game.
So far, both teams being solid defensively, low scoring first quarter.
Second free throw goes. 7-4, 3-point lead for the Catamounts, and Whittle now has it. Whittle picks up her dribble, has to get it into Offer. Offer just pushing forward, and she gets fouled, so she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. And the foul is going to be on number 32. That is Larkin Walker. That's her first.
Boy, Potomac got a lot of size down there, but Asani Offer being really assertive on the offensive end, really attacking the basket.
Definitely choosing the aggressive approach. Offer's first free throw is good.
Asani Offer, 3 for 3 from the stripe. You'd like to see that.
Second free throw drops. 7-6 is the score. 5:25 left in the first quarter. Elizabeth Pryor is going to come out of the game for Bailey Evans for the Catamounts. We're back underway. Alt got the inbound. She's going to bring it up the court.
Dragons in a man-to-man set.
Now Wetzel. Wetzel gets stripped by Jaselskis. Jaselskis going to slow it down. Drops it back to Whittle. Whittle swings it to Putman, who had a three, passes it up, drives, misses the tough shot at the basket. And now Alt heading the other way for the Catamounts. Now Wetzel back over to Alt. She thought about a three. Thought about driving. Good defense by the Dragons there. Now Alt gets it back. Wetzel down low to Evans, then hands it off to Wetzel. Wetzel misses the shot. Rebound goes to Walker, who misses it. And now Hannah Chambers pushing it the other way for the Dragons.
Well, Dragons fortunate at that time. Couple offensive boards by the Catamounts. Couldn't take advantage, though.
Whittle gets it over to Chambers. Chambers misses the shot. She tracks down her own rebound, then hands it off to Whittle. Whittle driving, can't get the bucket to go, and Walker gets the rebound.
Boy, Whittle with the little bunny in the lane right off the back of the rim.
Good job by Hannah Chambers to find her. Now Bing over to Alt. Wetzel looks inside. Good job by Whittle to poke it away, and Putman ends up with the steal. Now Jaselskis has to drop it back to Putman. Putman's just going to shoot a three, and she gets it to go. And the Dragons have their first lead of the game, 9-7, 3:46 left in the first quarter.
Good look by Putman. She's been driving to the basket. That time she decided to pull up.
Now it's in the hands of Walker. Walker hands it off to Alt. She struggles with it, though. And now she's going to throw it, and Jaselskis gets her hands in the lane and tips it back into Whittle. Whittle's going to throw it like a quarterback all the way down to Putman, and she receives it and gets the easy basket.
Boy, Hayden Jaselskis, 3 steals there in the first quarter.
Yeah. Now Bing drives, gets it to Walker. Walker posting up Putman's spin, misses the shot, and Chambers gets the rebound. Now Putman's going to push it up the court, up to Whittle. Whittle takes on 2 defenders, misses the shot. Evans gets the rebound, hands it off to Alt, and the Catamounts are heading the other way.
Whittle looking for the call, didn't get it. Went in with the left shoulder, high off the glass.
Alt now over to Wetzel. Back to Alt. Now Alt will shoot the three, and she gets that to go. Cuts it to a 1-point lead.
And you can see that Potomac wants to slow the pace of the game down. Dragons had upped the tempo, and Potomac settles it down.
Whittle over to Putman. Putman gets a pick from Offord, then gets around the defender, gets it to go, and we'll have a chance at a 3-point play. Big play by Jayla Putman.
And I like what Putman's doing today. She's been settling for a lot of jump shots in the prior games, but now she's really taking her time.
Tenley Poe comes into the game. Erica Zerk comes into the game, and we're going to step away for immediate timeout. 13-10. Dragons are up 3. 2:20 left in the first quarter. All right, we're back here in Columbia, coming out of the media timeout. Dragons have a 3-point lead. Jayla Putman goes to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. She's a 52% free throw shooter. And
Boy,
she has 10 points now.
10 points, and the Dragons are perfect from the free throw line. I think that's one of the most impressive things in
That
the
is.
first quarter.
All right, Bing now brings it up across the line to Paul. Paul's going to drive, misses the shot. Chambers gets her hands on it, drops it off to Jaselskis, and now Whittle. Dragons moving quickly. Whittle's going to charge, gets it over to Offer, but she steps out of bounds, so it will be Catamounts ball, down by 4.
Dragons trying to push the pace of the game, not what Potomac wants.
Now Bing hands it off to Paul. Now Wetzel. They're looking to try and get inside. Paul now has it. Still wants to get inside. But Offer's playing excellent defense, denying the pass. Now Wetzel under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wetzel's going to drive. She gets blocked by Jaselskis.
Man, I'm really impressed by the defense the Celtics is playing here this afternoon.
Yeah.
Not really known for her defensive prowess, but that certainly has improved over the season. She's doing an excellent job defending the basketball.
Bailey Wetzel comes out for Megan Harris for the Catamounts, and Harris will look to inbound it. She needs to get it in. It gets tipped by Jaselskis, so it'll stay. So now back again. Harris, 5 seconds are on the shot clock, so they need to, and it's thrown away. Harris thought Zerk was going to stay out, but she cut back in. Are they saying that it was tipped again?
What? I didn't see who tipped the basketball. It looked like it's Howard Ball. There you go. It's going to be Howard basketball.
Ball on the
Yeah.
sideline, right? But
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, little confusion, but we are back underway. Whittle gets it across the line. A minute 30 left in this first quarter. Dragons have a 4-point lead. Whittle gets a double pick, and she takes it, but she cannot get the basket to go. It looks like there might have been a little bit of contact, but Bing, now on the other end, swings it over to Alt. Alt gets it down low to Pryor, who was kind of left alone, and she gets the easy basket.
Hannah Chambers, I think, fell asleep on the weak side, and Catamounts get an easy one inside.
Whittle calls out a play for the team. Bounces it into Offer. Offer drives. Nice move. Misses the shot. Bing gets the rebound for the Catamounts. We're under a minute left in the first quarter. Bing tries to drive, but she's going to have to back out. Now gets it inside, but it's poked away by Chambers. Putman with the steal. Dribbles behind her back. Decides not to take on all of the defenders. And they're going to set it up. Whittle will shoot a 3 now. Misses it. And so it'll be Catamounts ball.
Tamira Whittle selling for the 3 out the top.
Now back underway. Amber Bing gets it across the line. Now Zerk inside to Pryor. Pryor, good pass to Harris. Movement on the baseline, and Harris gets the easy bucket on the other side of the hoop.
Yeah, fell asleep on the weak side again. Dragons give up an easy layup.
Just like that, it's a tie ball game. Putman with 5 seconds left. She's going to drive, and she's going to get called for a travel.
Violation.
So it's 14 all, 1.8 seconds left in this quarter. The Catamounts eliminated a 4-point lead by the Dragons in the past minute here, and that is the end of the first quarter. So it's going to be 14 all as we go into the second quarter. We'll be back. Oh, Forbes, they just came onto the court for the
Yeah.
Dragons, so I didn't even have to announce that.
Yeah.
Forbes drives, looks like it gets blocked out of bounds, so remain with the Dragons.
Yep. Forbes off his sick list and right away on the attack.
Ruth looking to get it in, gets it into Forbes. Now Whittle. Forbes swings it over to Whittle. 13 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to drive baseline. Gets contact. Misses the shot, but she will go to line for two. And the foul's going to be on number 22, Elizabeth Pryor. And I think that's her second foul. It is. And she's the leading scorer on this team right now. They're going to have to bring Pryor out. And in for her is Taylor Kuntz, number 25.
Yeah, Cooch back in the ball game. That's a nice move by Whittle. They almost cleared out the left side. She's able to go 1-on-1.
Whittle's first free throw, a little too strong.
Well played first quarter, all in all by both teams.
Second free throw's no good, but Hannah Chambers is able to get the offensive rebound. Now Forbes gonna drive, needs to kick it out to Ruth. Ruth is gonna try and drive, but she gets stopped. Forbes now with under 10 seconds, and they're gonna call a jump ball, so it will be Catamounts ball.
Yeah, Catamounts doing a good job doubling the basketball. Forbes tried to split them, but just didn't work.
Right now, Alt gets it across the line. Paul gets it into Zerk. Zerk hands it off to Paul. And it goes off of Kuntz, so it will be Dragons ball. That's one thing I think the Dragons might need to adjust at halftime is Potomac State keeps doing that little drop off. They get inside, drop it off, and they've been having some open shots with that play.
Yeah, a little inside handoff actually.
Forbes now drives, misses the layup, rebound goes to Kuntz, and she swings it to Alt.
That's a patented Forbes move, just couldn't get it to drop.
Hannah Chambers blocks the shot in the lane. Okay, maybe she doesn't.
It's a good job by Hannah Chambers. She's been in great position, not reaching, hands straight up. Cause her to throw the ball out of bounds. Good job.
Now Whittle gets it up to Ruth. Offer now along the baseline. Good drive across the lane. Throws up a shot. Gets it to go. Tough shot.
That's a tough left-handed shot, moving from right to left across the basket.
The first points of the second quarter belong to the Dragons. They have a 2-point lead. Now a travel is going to be called on number 14, Megan Harris.
And the Dragons come out in that 2-3 trap that was so effective against Allegheny.
Now Whittle across the timeline. She's going to drive, see some space, and gets the cutting Forbes. What a play by the Dragons there.
Yeah, that's a nice play. Whittle drawing the defense and then dropping it off to Forbes for the layup.
Paul swings it over to Alt. Alt has to get it to Harris. Harris is able to split two defenders and then gets it to Paul. And now Alt thought about a three. She's going to drive. Tries to throw it down low. Offer gets her hands on it. And now Whittle's heading the other way. Gives it up to Ruth. Ruth. And they're going to call a jump ball on that. And it will stay with the Dragons.
And that's good defense by Howland.
Excellent.
Good weak side help. Good rotation. A lot of energy. Really making Potomac work.
Briley Wetzel's going to come back into the game for Megan Harris. And now Ruth gets it into Forbes. Forbes throws it inside to Offer. Now back to Forbes. Forbes spins. Now Offer. Kicks it out to Whittle. Whittle spins. Now baseline to Offer. Offer's going to drive baseline. Tries to hit the reverse layup. No good, but Chambers gets the offensive rebound. Misses that, and then a battle for the rebound. It goes off of Hannah Chambers.
Hannah Chambers doing a good job on the offensive glass. Really working hard down there. Just couldn't get it to go, but love her energy.
Yeah. She definitely has, she's just one of those, natural rebounders.
Yeah, she has a high motor. Likes to get after the ball. Referee's letting her play a little bit, too.
All right, Paul now has to kick it out to Alt. Alt swings it over to Wetzel. Wetzel's pass dangerously gets to Zerk. Now Zerk has to swing it back out. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wetzel needs some help. Gets it down low to Zerk, who has a size advantage. Now 4 seconds left. Wetzel shoots a three, misses it, and now Whittle gets the rebound. She's going to throw it up to Chamber, who gets it to Ruth. Ruth misses the layup, and Zerk comes down with the rebound, and now Alt heading the other way for the Catamounts.
That was a good run out by the Dragons. Couldn't cash in.
Paul for three, gets it to go. It's 18-17. Dragons have a 1-point lead, 6:25 left in the first half here in Columbia. Now Whittle drives, tough take, a little too hard, but she gets her own rebound, and now Ruth can't get that to go.
Boy.
Now Wetzel gets it across the line for the Catamounts. Whittle gets her hands on the pass. It goes out of bounds off the Dragons. It will stay with the Catamounts.
Re-entering the game for the Catamounts, number 0.
Amber Bing comes in for Hannah Alt, and
Number 12.
number 12, D.A. Boyo Balde comes in for Hannah Chambers.
Yeah, Baldy going to give Chambers a break.
Paul shoots another three from the baseline. No good. Battle for the rebound. Two Catamounts. And they're going to say it's out of bounds off the Dragons. They stepped out of bounds. So it'll be Catamounts ball. They got bailed out. Two players are battling for the rebound.
Yeah. Coach Barnes not agreeing with that call. The referee was in the opposite corner to make that call, but nonetheless, it's Potomac State basketball.
Taylor Kuntz comes out the game for number 44, Bailey Evans for the Catamounts. And Wetzel looking to inbound it. Her pass is stolen by Forbes, and then Forbes is fouled. She tried to drop it off to Whittle, but good call by the ref.
Yeah, Forbes fouled by Paul. She grabbed her, kind of pulled her to the ground.
That's Paul. Oh, it's actually Bing. They're going it on Bing.
Okay.
That's her first foul of the game. Now we're back underway. Whittle with the ball. 1-point lead. Now Offer gets a pick. Throws it down low to Balde. She gets her it's smacked away from her. Then there's a battle on the ground for it. They're going to call it jump ball. It will be the Dragons' ball.
Possession to the Dragons.
Little give and go. Try to get a little post up with Balde. She got the ball taken away as she spun to the basket, but they get it back on a held ball.
All right, Coach Kruk was asking the ref a question, so that's what held things up. Now Ruth inbounds it to Whittle. Now Forbes open for three. Too strong. Rebound goes to Offer. Offer's just going to turn around and drive. Misses it off the backboard. Balde tips it back to Offer, and now Whittle, extra pass to Ruth. Ruth for three. Misses it. Might have been tipped. Balde gets the offensive rebound. And they call a technical foul on number 1, Tamir Whittle. Not really sure what happened there, but Zerk will go to the line for technical free throws.
Wow. Bit of excitement there. Guess Tamir Whittle must have said something that the officials didn't like.
Zerk misses the first free throw. I believe there's a saying for that. Ball don't lie.
Oh, don't lie. You were reading my mind, partner.
So now Zerk with the second free throw. Gets that one to go. So we have a tie ball game here.
So I guess the referee was half right.
Yeah. That means that it should have been double technical.
That's right.
You know?
There you go.
Re-entering the Dragons, number 3.
Zakaya Brown comes into the game for Whittle. It'll be Catamounts ball. Hold on. They got to reset the shot clock.
Yeah. Balde playing some good minutes for the Dragons. Doing a good job on the offensive glass. Playing good defense for him.
Paul over to Bing. Now Wetzel. She's going to try and drive baseline. Has to back it out. Throws it down low to Zerk, who kicks it out to Wetzel. Wetzel swings it to Bing. Bing's driving. Now Wetzel for three. Does not get it. And then it goes out of bounds. It'll be Dragons ball.
And that's just good defense. Had Bing, she was shooting off the wrong foot because of the pressure in her face. Great job by the Dragon.
All right, media timeout here in Columbia. 4:58 left in the first half. 18 all. We'll be back. All right, Matt Trudell, Mike Withers back here with you out of this media timeout. 18 points per. One thing I was looking at the stats. Dragons are out rebounding the Catamounts 21-16, which is pretty impressive based off of, our initial talk about the size difference.
Yeah, they're doing a great job on the offensive and defensive glass, and Baldy has given them a lift off the bench.
Putman back in the game for the Dragons. She's going to throw up a floater. Can't get it to go. And the rebound goes to Zerk, who drops it off to Bing. Now Paul, back to Bing. Wetzel, Dragons playing a pretty aggressive zone here. And a throwaway right there. Wetzel throws it to Mariah Ruth. Ruth's going to push it up, gets it to Putman. Now Ruth drives. Misses the shot, but she will go in line for two. And, another thing I was going to say off the stats, the Dragons have Putman with 10 points, Offer with 6, Forbes with 2 off the bench. They're the only ones that have scored so far. So they're going to need to find ways to either, Putman's not going to be able to put up 40 points in this game. I mean, she could, but, statistically speaking, probability it's not there. Ruth makes the first free throw, so she makes the lead 1 point, 19-18 for the Dragons.
And Ruth has gotten some good looks, hadn't been able to knock it down. So I expect that she'll be a contributor. And also Hannah Chambers. She's been ball just have been rolling off the rim for her, but she's going to come to life.
Second free throw is missed. It goes out of bounds off the Catamount, so it will stay with the Dragons. Hannah Alt will come back into the game for Tenley Paul. And Putman will look to inbound it and to try and, nope, it's going to be Nicole Forbes. It's going to look to inbound it. Try and stretch the lead. Fakes the pass to Brown, has to just throw it out to Putman. Putman swings it over to Brown. Inside to Balde, who kicks it out to Putman. Baseline three, open, misses it though. Wetzel gets the ball and she travels.
Yep, a little pressure on the backcourt from Balde caused her to travel. Yeah, Putman just a little strong with that three out of the corner.
4:07 left in the half. Dragons will have the ball along the baseline. They're going to set the shot clock to 30. Forbes is going to look to inbound it, and she gets it into Ruth. Ruth posts up Evans, misses the turnaround shot. Battle for the ball. And Evans comes up with it, gets it to Alt, and the Catamounts heading the other way. Now Wetzel. Bing trying to force it down low. Bing's pass was a bit sloppy. And I don't know how they ended up calling that. Nicole Forbes clearly touched the ball, but they're giving it.
She knocked it off of one of the Catamounts players.
Oh, they're switching it. They're switching it back.
I thought she knocked it off of Amber Bing.
Yeah, I think she was even surprised for a second. She was like, whoa, it's our ball. All right. Catamounts ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bing gets it into Alt. Swings it to Wetzel. Back to Alt. Now Wetzel tries to get it down low. Balde gets her hands on the pass, and Ruth comes up with the steal. And Ruth is looking to push it, and she gets it to Brown once they get across the line.
And Balde playing a heck of a game.
Yeah. Chewing up some important minutes. Ruth over to Brown. Now Forbes, 10 seconds on the shot clock right now. Forbes is just going to shoot the three, misses it. It goes out of bounds, so it'll be Catamounts ball.
And of Cole Forbes looking for the three.
Megan Harris returns to the game for the Catamounts. She comes in for Briley Wetzel. And now Bing's going to bring it up the court. Over to Alt. Drops it to Bing. And then her pass is too wide for Alt. It goes out of bounds.
Dragons doing a good job on defense. Cutting off all the driving lanes, really making the Catamounts work to get the ball inside.
Forbes gets the inbound from Ruth and gets it back to Ruth. Now Brown inside to Ruth. Ruth gets blocked. And Harris now with the ball for the Catamounts, gets it to Alt. And now Alt hands it off to Bing. Bing throws it over to Harris. Now Bing gets it to Alt. Alt's good drive, dumps it off to Evans, and Evan gets the easy basket.
Good penetration by Bing. Able to drop it right off to Evans. Easy layup.
Now Brown calls out a play for her team. Ruth drives, misses the shot, but she will go to the line for free throws, and that's Zirk. I believe they're going to call it on Zirk. They do. And that is Zirk's second foul.
And Mariah Ruth continues to be aggressive on the offensive end. That time going to the left hand. Didn't get it to drop, but get the foul.
Taylor Kurtz comes back into the game for the Catamounts for Zirk.
And Erica Zirk, I think that might be her second foul.
I think it is. Yeah, it is. Now Ruth gets the first free throw to go. (20 to 20), 2:07 left in this first half. Ruth gets the second one to go. Asani Offer's going to come in for Ruth.
10, Asani Offer.
And now Alt gets the inbound pass. Hands it off to Bing, who swings it to Harris. Harris is going to drive baseline. Gets it over to Kuntz, who gets it back out to Alt. Alt's going to take a mid-range jumper. No good. Offer comes down with the ball. She's going to push it. And one of those situations where I think it was meant for Putman.
Yeah.
Forbes hits it, and now Alt's heading the other way for the Catamounts.
That's exactly what happened.
Balde gets her hands on the pass. Now Forbes throws it up to Putman. Putman gets the layup. I think they might have wanted a foul, but
yeah, I thought she might have gotten one as well. I thought that may have been a 3-point play, but no call.
Now Alt over to Bing, who fires a three, misses it. Rebound goes to Balde, who gets it right to Forbes.
That's a nice outlet.
It is. And good play by Harris of the Catamounts, but she ends up turning it back over, but she stole it initially, and now Forbes for three, and she gets that to go, and the Dragons have the largest lead of the day, 26-20, and we are under a minute left in the first half. Dragons trying to close out this half strong. Harris, pass almost stolen. Now Alt drives, and her pass goes out of bounds. And they said she's the last one to touch it. So it'll be Dragons ball. 45.6 seconds left in the first half. Offer will look to inbound it.
Alt getting a little fancy there, trying a little backhand pass. Didn't quite work.
Brown gets it across the line. Inside to Offer. Offer takes on two defenders, misses the shot, but then Balde gets it. She misses the shot, and then she'll go to the line for two.
Like we used to say when we were playing outside, that was a great pass by Sonny Offer.
Yep.
Baldy, right place at the right time.
Fouls on number 25, Taylor Coons. That's her first. Balde goes to the line for two. She is a 25% free throw shooter. Misses the first one.
And Balde has been quite a lift off of the bench for the Dragons. I can't say it enough today. He's playing a great ball game.
Gets the second one to go. Coach Barnes calls a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay here with you. So, speaking of which, I would say the unsung hero non-points-wise of the first quarter was Kaden Jaselskis.
Yes.
Her defense was phenomenal, helped the Dragons get that 4-point lead. And I would say the unsung hero chewing up minutes non-points related is Balde.
Balde has probably gotten 4 or 5 rebounds and 3 or 4 steals. She's really locked down the inside. Potomac has had a hard time getting the ball into the basket when Baldy's been in the game.
And with the size disadvantage today, you were going to probably expect to see her with Mackenzie Walters being out.
Yeah.
And she just, for what Walters did earlier in the season, coming in and earning some minutes. I think Balde's showing that she's earned some minutes here.
Well, it's really giving the deep in the Dragons bench. If you can play all of them, same time they're going to contribute, that's really going to help them down the stretch.
0.4 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Almost a stolen pass. Harris gets the ball stolen from Balde.
Yep.
As we were talking about
There you go. There you go.
And now Brown, Dragons can have it for the last shot. Now Putman, it's I think she wanted to shoot it and looked at the clock and realized it was too early.
Yeah.
So now Harris gets it up to Alt. Alt's going to get around Offer. Misses the shot off the bottom of the hoop. Evans does not get the shot. They said it was too late. I thought that was on time, but she didn't end up making it.
Yeah, it looked like it was on time. So that could have been a 4-point or 5-point swing there. So the Dragons make out on that one.
Dragons up 7 at half, 27-20. We'll be back right around the beginning of the second half. All right, Matt Trudell back here with the head coach of the men's team, Mike Smelkinson. How you doing today, Coach?
Feeling good so far.
So we got a good game going right now. Dragons have a 7-point lead at halftime. You guys come up shortly after this game. Both of these games are big for Region 20 seeding. What are your thoughts on the game coming up for you guys?
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Potomac State's a really good team. They got a good balanced squad, a young, good head coach, and are just a good program. And so we got our hands full, but love playing at home, and we'll see what we get.
Speaking of Region 20 tournament, we get to host it this year in this new building. Last time was right before COVID. We got to host it. Are you excited to have it in this new building?
Super excited. We're going to go all out for that. Hospitality room, all kinds of stuff. And hopefully we can get the same result as that year as well.
That was a great season. It was unfortunate COVID ended it. But all right, well, thank you for sitting down with me. Good luck this evening, and we'll see you a little later.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we'll be back.
Potomac State will start.
All right, back here in Columbia for the start of the second half. Potomac State will start with the ball, and it will be Alt. Dragons have a 7-point lead, 27-20. Backed a lot by really great defense in the first half.
And already I can see, as opposed to how they started the second half against Allegheny, they have a lot of intensity here right out of the gate.
Balde gets the block on Pryor and then comes down with it, so Whittle's heading the other way. And Balde gets the start in the second half.
Yeah.
Offer misses the 2-point jumper. So, we talked about her earning some minutes, and she's definitely played really well in the second quarter. And starting out, it's her, Chambers, Offer, Putman, and Whittle. Paul now gets it inside to Wetzel. Wetzel turnaround jumper, no good. Balde comes down with the rebound.
And I'm really happy for her. She's had a tough season, injuries, some sickness, but still she's hanging in there.
Putman gets it to the baseline for Whittle. Whittle swings it out to Offer. She misses the shot. Rebound drops to Pryor, the Catamounts. And now Alt heading the other way. For the Catamounts, it's Alt, Wetzel, Pryor, Paul, and Zerk. They're original starters of this game. Alt over to Paul. Paul looking inside, but it's going to get it out to Alt, who will shoot a three and misses it. So we'll go out of bounds. It'll be Dragons ball.
Boy, Alt not even close on that one. Boy, the defense started getting inside of her head a little bit.
All right, Whittle has the inbound. She's calling out a play for the Dragons. Chambers now on the left-hand side. Balde. Whittle. Now Putman for three. No good. Battle for the rebound. Alt comes down with it. She's going to push it up for the Catamounts.
Howard doing a good job getting back in transition.
Alt over to Paul. Paul thinks about driving baselines. Get kicked out to Alt. Alt thought about a three, but she's going to drive. Throws up a floater off the backboard. Too strong, though. And then a battle for the ball. It will be Dragons ball off of a jump ball.
And that's a good job by Jayla Putman closing out on the shooter, causing her to put the ball on the floor and therefore missed a more difficult shot.
Offer gets it into Whittle, and we are underway. Now Offer. Over to Whittle. Pump fake. Thinks about driving, but she's going to have to swing it over to Putman. Putman gets it back to her. Now she'll shoot a three. Gets that to go. Tamir Whittle gets the first points of the second half and stretches the Dragons' lead to 10 points. That's their largest of the game.
And that's good ball moving. The skip pass by Putnam over to Tamir Whittle. She knocks it down.
Wetzel can't handle the pass from Alt, so that's a turnover, and it would be Dragons' ball.
And again, Jayla Putman out putting some pressure defensively, causing the ball to go out of bounds.
Now Whittle, cross the line to Offer. Now Putman, inside to Balde, back to baseline jumper for Chambers, no good.
Nice look by Ball day, little inside out by the Dragons. And again, another turnover, man.
Paul's pass just out of the reach of Wetzel. So Mariah Ruth is going to come in for Balde. And now Whittle back underway. Ruth looking inside, just going to swing it back. Down low to Chambers. Excellent pass by Putman. And Chambers gets the layup.
The ball movement by the Dragons, once again, very patient on the offensive end of the floor.
All over to Paul. Paul's going to drive, kicks it over to Wetzel. Now to All. Wetzel inside to Pryor. Over to Paul. Back inside to Pryor. She needs help. 10 seconds on the shot clock. She's just going to drive. She gets fouled by Chambers.
And that's a tough call. Now, one thing that Baldy has been doing is fronting the low post. That time Chambers playing behind. Allowed her to catch the ball on the block, so that caused a problem.
Hannah Chambers' second foul. Dragons only had 3 fouls in the first half. Pryor misses the first.
But get this, only 8 turnovers in the first half. So very clean first half for the Dragons.
Pryor makes the second one. Amber Bing's going to come into the game for Tenley Paul. Now Whittle gets the inbound from Offer, and we're back underway. Putman inside to Offer, extra pass to Chambers, and Chambers travels.
That's a great entry pass inside to Offer, and a little shuttle pass off the Chambers. But boy, I think she caught off guard a little bit.
Larkin Walker comes in for Zerk of the Catamounts. Now Wetzel over to Bing. Bing's going to drive baseline floater. No good. Putman comes down with the rebound. And her pass is knocked out of bounds by Alt. Good defense by the Catamounts, but will stay with the Dragons.
Yeah, Dragons trying to run. Catamounts getting back on defense, doing a good job poking the ball out of bounds.
Putman throws it into Whittle. Now Ruth back to Whittle. Putman's going to split 2 defenders. Nice move. Misses the layup. Chambers gets the offensive rebound. Misses the putback. It goes out of bounds off the Catamounts, so will stay with the Dragons.
Chambers is a great weak side rebounder. That time off the glass. Good move by Putman. And Chambers there to clean it up.
Ruth is going to inbound it along the baseline. Just throws it out to Whittle. Whittle drives and gets a nice layup to go. Good take by Tamir Whittle.
Yeah, strong move. Split 2 defenders with the left hand off the glass. That's a nice looking move.
5:27 and counting left in the first half. Dragons are up by 13 at this point. Now Wetzel over to Walker. Walker's pass gets tipped away by Putman, but Wetzel ends up with it. Now Pryor. 3-point shot, no good by Bing. Offer ends up with it. A jump ball is called. It will stay with the Catamounts. And they kind of got bailed out there because they had 11 seconds on the shot clock. It resets to 20.
Yeah, they did. Got a break.
Wetzel gets it into Bing. Ruth gets her hand on it, pokes it out of bounds, so it will stay with the Catamounts.
I'm really impressed with the defensive intensity of Howard. They've come out the locker room and almost like more intense than they were in the first half.
Yeah, it's something that changed from the weekend. Up, Walker able to get the pass from Alt, and that is a bucket. Now Putman on the other end gets the easy layup.
Good
Catamounts kind of fell asleep.
Yeah, good transition basketball. Putman just snuck behind the defense, and it gets it easy too.
Over the weekend when Allegheny was in here, the Dragons had a really good first half, and they came out a little slow in the second half.
Yeah.
So
Not today.
Not today at all.
No.
Putman steals the ball, dribbles behind her back, gets it to Whittle, and Whittle gets an easy layup. And that's a quick little run by the Dragons. And a timeout is called. It will be a media timeout, so we're going to step aside. 38-23, Dragons up by 15, 4:29 left in the third quarter. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Kyler Foundation Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College. Matt Trudell and Mike Withers with you. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. It will be Catamounts ball. Dragons have a 15-point lead. Caden Jaselskis comes back into this game for Hannah Chambers. So now Alt gets it across the line to Bing, and she gets the pass back. Now Bing's going to drive baseline, gets it inside to Walker. No good.
Good defense by the Dragons. That time cutting off the baseline, making that shot difficult.
Now Offer misses the shot. Walker gets the rebound, and now Alt's pushing it the other way. She has to spin out of trouble. Then she throws it across baseline three for Bing. Is open. No good, though. And Pryor gets stripped of the rebound by Ruth. And now Whittle gets it up to Putman. Putman, nice move. Gets it to Jaselskis, who gets it back to Offer. In and out. Good shot opportunity, but in and out. A foul is going to be called.
That's good, unselfish basketball by the Dragons that time.
Entering the game for Potomac State, number 10.
Sonny Offer had the little jumper in the lane, didn't quite hit it, but great ball movement by the Dragons.
Foul was on number 4, Mariah Ruth, coming back into the game for the Catamounts. We have number 33, Erica Zirk, and number 14, Megan Harris. Bing gets it across the line to Poe. Now Paul back to Bing. Baseline to Zirk, and she gets fouled by Ruth, and Ruth just picked up 2 quick fouls. She's now up to 3.
Yeah, Ruth with the little reach in, raked across the arm. Referee's right there.
And the spoils of war, you get to bring Forbes back in.
Right.
So, is that, you know.
Right. Yeah, what a shame.
Yeah. Bing now looking to inbound it, gets it into Walker. Walker turnaround, no good. Zirk saves it, but throws it back to Forbes. Forbes is pushing it up the court. She's going to have to back out. Now Whittle thought about a 3. Now Putman will take a baseline 3, and she gets that to go.
And that's just great offense. 4 passes to get the open shot. Great patience by the Dragons.
Definitely an excellent job moving the ball today. Zirk now baseline. Gets blocked. Nope, they're going to call a foul on Asani Offer.
Now, Matt, I'll tell you the difference. When I played, she was wide open when she caught the ball. But you see how the defense collapsed around her? Now, that's something 2 months ago, they weren't doing this. So, great rotation, good ball pressure, contesting every shot.
That's Asani Offer's first foul of the game. Burke has 2 free throws, makes the first one. Team's 4th. As the crowd gets in here, you're hearing more and more noise, egging on the Catamounts. Second free throw is good by Burke. She hits both of them. 41-25, 2:51 left in the third quarter. Jaselskis now running point. Gets it up to Putman. Now Jaselskis has it back. She's going to shoot a 3 now and gets that to go. Caden Jaselskis.
Now, I'm taking credit for that. I talked to her at halftime. Get the ball up, and you see it goes down. So I'm taking credit for
All right. Well, she's rewarding herself for the defense she played in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're going to call a foul. I think that's on Offer.
Yeah, they're going to call a block and foul on Offer. But, again, the rotation by the Dragons defense, there's no easy shots to be had anywhere on the court.
So Offer picks up 2 quick fouls. Walker goes to the line for 2. Misses the first one.
Dragons put a lot of defensive pressure on Potomac. Maybe fatigue, maybe starting to set in a little bit. She missed both things.
Did they call a lane violation?
Yeah, it's going to give her another shot. Said she got in a little early.
So Walker's a 42.9% free throw shooter. Misses that one. Rebound goes to Offer, so over 3. And then a foul is called on the floor.
Offer got bailed out that time. Tried to split the defense. Could have turned it over.
Zakiah Brown comes in for Tamir Whittle. The foul is on Did they not call it? Oh, it's on number
Yeah.
14, Megan Harris.
Yep.
So Jaselskis now. Forbes, good a drive, kicks it out to Brown. Brown will shoot a three, misses it. Rebound goes to Zerk. She drops it off to Paul.
Brown had it lined up. It was a little short.
Bing gets it inside to Zerk. Zerk turn around, gets the bucket to go.
Eric, sir.
Yeah, nice looking move by Zerk. Little drop step, right hand, right off the glass.
Now Jaselskis over to Forbes. A foul on the floor. They're going to call it on Bing.
Yeah, Bing trying to hold Putman off the block. Putman's a little too strong down there.
Alt and Pryor come in for Bing and Walker.
Number 0, again. Big, that's your second. That's team second.
Brown
That's number 22, Elizabeth Pryor, and number 23.
needs to get it in. Gets it into Jaselskis, who shoots a three. Too strong. Rebound drops down to the Catamounts. Now Alt spins. Does not get the shot to go. Pryor gets fouled. That's going to be on Jaselskis.
Good hustle by Tamira Whittle. Made her change her shot.
22, Kaden Jaselskis.
That's Jaselskis' first foul.
And the team's
Pryor goes to the line for two.
Elizabeth Pryor's drive shooting 2.
63.5% free throw shooter. Misses the first one.
It's off. Howard nursing a 17-point lead. They've extended the lead now. I can't remember them doing that many times during the season. So, way to come out of the locker room.
You can definitely see confidence in this unit right now. And that's why part of the reason why they've been building up this win streak.
Yep.
Second free throw is good. 1:23 left in the third quarter. Forbes gets it over to Brown. It's too wide. So a turnover.
I think that might be the first turnover of the second half for Howard. Played a really clean ball game today.
So now Alt over to Paul. Back to Alt. Alt looking down low, gets it to Zerk. Zerk misses the shot. Rebound goes to Pryor. She misses it. And a third opportunity by Harris. She misses it. Now Putman heading the other way, gets it up to Forbes. We have a minute left in the third quarter. Forbes misses the layup. Rebound drops to Alt of the Catamounts. Now it's moving very quickly.
Yep.
Paul over to Alt. Alt thought about the three. She's going to drive. Off the backboard, no good. Offer comes down with the rebound. And they call a foul.
And Paul was taking those shots in the first half. Now she's trying to get to the bucket. She had an open three.
Don't take foul on number 23, Hannah Alt. That's her first.
Alt picks up her first foul. 35 seconds left. Jaselskis brings it across the line. Calls out a play. Now Forbes. Gonna get a pick from Offer. Kicks it out to Brown. Brown's gonna shoot a three. Misses that off the front of the rim. Pryor comes down with the rebound. And now Catamounts have it for the last shot if they want it. Paul swings it over to Harris. Harris has to get it over to Alt. 7 seconds left. Pryor looks like she might have shuffled her feet, got away with it, gets a free, gets the layup to go, and that is the end of the third quarter. Dragons are up 44-30, 14-point lead. We'll be back. All right, back here in Columbia, start of the fourth quarter, final quarter of regulation. Forbes has the ball, has to back out. Now Chambers kicks it out to Ruth. Ruth is going to drive, now gets it to Whittle. Whittle hesitates, then drives. Now Bowdy, who's just back in, gets her shot blocked. And they call a foul, and that is just,
Called a foul on Hannah Chambers, I think.
that's unfortunate. I think that's her third.
Man, yeah, that's a really tough call right there. I thought Pryor just fell down with the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, and any bit of contact would have been like while they were battling. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like that incidental. So
Yeah.
3 fouls on Hannah Chambers. Zerk now out to Harris. Harris is going to drive baseline, gets under the hoop. She goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Possession to the
Once again, good defense, cutting off the baseline. Ball sent her step out.
Number 10, Sonny Offer.
Yeah, it's
Sonny.
not bad when you can substitute a Sonny Offer for Hannah Chambers.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Yep. Chambers take a seat. Baldy came in for Putman. So Ruth, Forbes, Balde, Offer, and Whittle on the court for the Dragons. Ruth throws it down low to Offer. Good pass. Then kicks it back out to Balde. Now Whittle drives baseline. Reverse layup. Too strong. And Alt comes down with the rebound. Catamounts pushing it up the court. Alt has to circle back around. She's getting pressure. Now Pryor gets blocked by Baldy. Zerk gets it and puts it in. But good defense by Baldy.
Good defense by Baldy. She has 3 or 4 block shots today, several rebounds.
So Dragons on a bit of a cold streak to end the third quarter. Their lead is now down to 12 points. Forbes to Whittle. Whittle gonna take a deep 2, no good. Goes out of bounds. It's gonna be Catamounts ball. Wetzel will come back into this game. She's coming in for Megan Harris.
And Coach Barnes sensing that maybe the momentum shifting a little bit. It's gone a little full court pressure.
Smart. Wetzel now to Alt. Back to Wetzel. Up to Alt. Balde gets the steal. And now Offer heading the other way. Gets it up to Forbes. It's a little too high. Forbes is able to save it, but into the hands of a Catamount. And now Paul over to Alt. Alt thought about a 3. She's going to drive. Wild shot. And they call an offensive foul? Is that an offensive foul? No, no shot.
They're going to call it on a Sonny Offer.
And that's 3 on Asani Offer. Putman's going to come in for her. And Alt goes to the line for free throws.
Number 32, Larkin Walker.
77.5% free throw shooter.
Now, Dragons trading a little size for scoring in a lineup right now. So Ruth comes in.
First free throw's good. 11-point lead now. Second free throw is good. 10-point lead, 44-34, 7:45 left in the fourth quarter. Ruth now for 3, no good. Balde battles for the rebound. She's on the ground, and they call a timeout. I was about to say, if they called that a jump ball, like, that was so quick.
Yeah, good call. Timeout. Coach calls timeout. They maintain possession.
So a full timeout by Coach Barnes. Up. Nope, so full timeout. We're going to stay here. So both teams, poor shooting, 26.3% for the Dragons, 26.1% by Potomac State. But you really see the difference in this game. Dragons 11 turnovers, Catamounts 20.
Yeah.
Dragons 15 points off turnover to 2. Dragons are now being out-rebounded, which we kind of expected. They just overperformed in the first half.
Yeah.
12 steals by the Dragons. I mean, it's
been a great defensive effort. They put up a great defensive effort so far today. Got a big lift for Baldy off the bench. Baldy has 5 rebounds, a few steals. So she has been a pleasant surprise to the point where you said she started the second half. So
Yeah.
she's earned herself some minutes.
Yeah. And, I mean, Putman, 17 points. Whittle, 7. Asani Offer, 6. The only person that's played that has not scored so far is Zakiya Brown. So, the Dragons are getting that scoring from other players like we talked about earlier, where it's like earlier we were looking at Putman and Offer with the only ones with points. And on the other end, Elizabeth Pryor leads her team with 10 points. She's the second leading scorer on this team. Hannah Alt only has 7. She's the leading scorer.
Yeah, they've done a good job of holding the leading scorer in check.
And so now Dragons come back out on the court. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Putman will have it on the baseline. And then gets it over to Forbes. Forbes swings it back to Putman for a baseline 3. Misses that. Balde gets the offensive rebound. She kicks it out to Whittle, who gets it back to Forbes, who thought about a 3, decided against it. Now Whittle gets the ball poked away. And good job by Alt to poke it to Paul. And now Alt's going to head the other way.
Yeah, good job. Good defense by the Catamounts. Caught her on that spin move, poked the ball away.
Alt gets it down low to Walker. Walker gets stripped by Whittle. Whittle up to Forbes. Forbes has to settle it down. Now Putman for 3. Misses that. And then it goes out of bounds off of the Catamounts and will stay with the Dragons.
Yeah, Dragons going a little cold right here.
Chambers comes in for Balde.
Yeah. Good. I think a well-timed substitution. Hannah Chambers has been a beast on the backboards today.
Putman looking to inbound it. Gets it out to Whittle. Over to Forbes. Forbes baseline 3. Gets that to go. Big shot.
Yeah. Howard needed that.
Stops the bleeding.
Yeah, stops the bleeding.
Lead is back out to up to 13 points. Alt's pass gets poked away, but she's able to recover. Gets it to Walker, who misses the shot. And now Forbes heading the other way. Now Putman takes a deep 2. No good. Battle for the rebound drops to Wetzel.
Yeah, Putman trying to shoot the little 20-footer in transition.
Alt now swings it over to Wetzel. Wetzel gets it down low to Pryor. Pryor can't get it to go. Walker gets the offensive rebound and puts it back.
And that's where you're missing the size right there. Walker there for the weak side rebound.
So now Whittle over to Ruth. Ruth gonna get a pick, dribbles it off her foot. Putman gets it on the ground. Battle for the ball, and then they call a jump ball. It's gonna go to the Catamounts. That's an unfortunate dribble there.
Yeah. Ruth trying to dribble across the defense, got it poked away.
All right, Alt gets it across the line to the Catamounts. Back out to Wetzel. Down by 11. 5:40 left in the fourth quarter. Walker gets it out to Paul. Paul down low to Wetzel. She gets stripped by Chambers, who gets it up to Putman. Putman gets it to Ruth. Ruth gets the layup. Good ball movement by the Dragons.
Yeah, good diagonal pass by Putman to Ruth.
Alt now. Baseline to Pryor. Can't handle the pass. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's defense. Good defensive pressure out top. Causes an errant pass.
And Whittle gets the ball into Putman, who gets it back to Whittle. We're back underway. 5:11 and counting left in the fourth quarter. Dragons up by 13 points. Now Whittle's going to drive. Drops it off to Ruth. She can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. So it'll be Catamounts ball.
Yeah, good penetration by Whittle. Ruth just wasn't ready to receive the ball.
All right. That should have been immediate timeout, but we're just going to stay with it. So Alt Gets it up to Wetzel. Wetzel over to Alt. Down low to Walker, who gets it to Paul, but she can't handle it, and then her pass is stolen away by Putman, and then gets it to Ruth, and Ruth gets the layup to go.
Boy, she made it a layup a little exciting as it bounced around the rim there.
And that should be the media timeout, so we're going to step aside. 4:32 left in the fourth quarter. Dragons up 51-36. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. Collar Foundation Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College in Columbia, Maryland. Matt Trudell and Mike Withers with you.
Boy, Matt, Howard, only 14 turnovers in the ball game. I just forgot the little thing called the microphone.
It's okay.
Kind of need that, huh?
I was like, what's going on? I can't hear you. And then I saw it sitting up right next to your head.
Kind of need that. Yeah, but Dragons played a clean ball game, only being out rebounded by one and shooting over 75% from the free throw line. So they're doing a lot of things right today.
Yep. So Dragons ball, offer over to Forbes. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Asani Offer. That's her fourth.
Wow.
That's a big foul. Putman's going to come back in for her.
Yeah, ball day, I thought they might put her in the ball game, but they're going with more speed in the lineup. And Chambers going to have to hold down the boards by herself for the most part.
Ruth. Chambers has been doing a good job against Zerk. So I think, you can give up a little size.
Yep.
Now Alt thought about a three, gets a baseline to Zerk. Zerk gets a shot to go.
Nice move by Zerk. Short jumper.
Forbes up to Putman, and she just gets an easy basket on the other end.
Yeah, Putnam leaked out by herself. Candlemouse didn't get back. Good look by Forbes.
Alt now over to Poe. Now Paul gets it back inside to Zerk. Zerk turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Mariah Ruth, and then they're going to call a jump ball. It's going to be Dragons ball.
And Mariah Ruth got the rebound, brought it down, exposed the basketball, but the Dragons will keep it.
Possession to the Dragons.
So now some pressure by the Catamounts. Whittle gets the inbound from Putman. And Whittle's able to get around Bing. Flips it out to Ruth for three. No good. Goes out of bounds. I think it went off of the Catamounts. Yep, they're going to say it's the Dragons.
Yeah. Ruth looking for a shot. Struggling from the three-point line today.
So Putman will have it along the baseline. Looks to get it in. Finds Ruth. And Ruth, nice little move. Can't get the shot to go. Gets the offensive rebound. Misses it. But she will go to a line for two. The foul is on number 10. That's Tenley Poe. That's her first foul.
Potomac foul on number 10, Tenley foul.
Mariah Ruth working the backboard today.
Makes the first free throw.
Yeah, Ruth has done a good job from the free throw line today. She's only missed one.
Yeah. She missed her first one.
Yep.
And then everything since then, including that
Oh,
home roll right there.
Oh,
So
yeah.
9 points for Mariah Ruth. Now Paul for 3 misses it. Putman comes down with the rebound. And she gets it across the line, swings it over to Whittle. Now Whittle taking on Zerk, gets it back to Putman for 3. No good. Hannah Chambers gets the rebound, and then she is fouled.
Well, Hannah Chaman just doing a yeoman job on the backboard. She battles for every ball that comes off the rim.
Potomac State foul number 33.
That
Erica Zerk. That's her
Foul
foul.
is on number 33, Erica Zerk. 3 players come off for the Catamounts. Kuntz, Harris, and Evans come back into the game for the Catamounts. Chambers gets the first free throw to drop. And this is a big game for Region 20 seeding. I mean, obviously there's plenty, a whole nother month of basketball to go, but this is a big game today. Dragons showed up for it.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, been a heck of an effort thus far. Got 2:45 left, but great effort thus far.
Second free throw's no good. Now Catamounts have it. 2 players battling for it, and Putman gets the steal. She takes it all the way. Cannot get it to go, but she will go to line for 2.
Putman looking at Forbes on the run out. Thought she's going to try a little round the back pass there.
Yeah, I thought that as well, but, she's on the quest for trying to get to 20 points.
Yeah.
So I understand that decision. Gets that one. That brings her up to 20 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds on the game. And I don't have her steals here. Let me see if I can see it on my other sheet.
And Putman, where is she?
4 steals.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
missed the second free throw, but they get the rebound. Ruth now. Good a drive. She loses it. But then a steal back by Whittle. Ruth wants it. Right side 3. No good. Rebound drops to Harris. And now Paul is going to bring it up the court. Swings it over to Harris. Under 2 minutes left in Columbia. Harris for 3. No good. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Dragons ball.
Dragons 19-point lead, under 2 minutes to go.
And Coach Barnes calls a full timeout. We're going to stay here with you, though. 1:50 left. Dragons are up by 19 points. 5 subs coming in. You're going to have Richardson, Jaselskis, Balde, Offer, and Richardson. So they're going to come in.
Yeah, try to close this bad boy out. Richardson seeing her first action of the day.
Yep, and I think Offer's going to come back in. Probably mainly because she was in some foul trouble. She had to spend a lot of time on the bench, so
Yep.
she's going to come in and get this final minute and 50 seconds, unless unfortunately she gets a foul and she fouls out. But it's really going to be a big victory if they pull it out. 19 points. I mean, there's still time left. I think they have the skill to do it.
Yep.
And it'll be a big Region 20 victory.
Oh, yeah. Now, this is a great win because this is not one where they gave it to you. You took this game from the Catamounts today. Your defensive presence, their aggressiveness on the offensive end, and taking care of the ball. And the rebounding, free throw shooting has been outstanding. So they played all phases of the game well today.
And it was a close game early on, and they just kept at it. Jaselskis now with the ball.
Yeah.
Gets it over to Richardson for 3. No good. Harris comes down with the rebound. Bing gets the Harris, and then Brown gets the steal. Now Richardson can't handle the pass. Good job by Harris to get the steal for the Catamounts, and now Bing heading the other way. She left-handed layup off the backboard is good.
Yeah, that's a nice looking circus shot from Bing.
Now Jaselskis brings it up the court to Offer.
1 minute to go.
1 minute left here in the first game of 2 today. Richardson misses the 3. Balde gets the offensive rebound. She's getting swarmed, gets it back out to Brown. Now Jaselskis over to Brown, inside to Balde. Balde swings it out to Richardson. Now Offer. 2-point shot, no good. Balde gets the rebound. She gets swarmed, and then they call a foul.
Ballet still battling.
The foul's going to be on number 25, Taylor Coons. That's her second.
Taylor Coons. That's her second in the team's fourth.
This Dragons team now goes on the road on February 1st. I believe that's a Saturday. They will play at Frederick Community College, so be on the lookout for that. Jaselskis gets it into Richardson. She's blocked. Balde now. And gets it to Jaselskis, who's baseline 2, no good. Rebound goes to Richardson. And then she goes out of bounds. So it will be the Catamounts ball, 26.1 seconds left.
And I think they can put this one in the books right now. And hats off to the Dragons. Great ball game all the way around.
Bing gets it across the line. Now Evans gets it in to Kuntz, who gets it smacked away. And then Wetzel throws up a shot. She is fouled. Foul's going to be on Zakiah Brown.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go to line for 2.
Well, partner, it's lucky number 7 in a row for Howard.
Yep.
Run their record to 11-7 on the season. And what does that do for them in the standings in the Region 20?
That should bump them up a little bit. They're going to jump over Chesapeake, it looks like, and probably Hagerstown as well. Ball's out of bounds. It'll be Dragons ball.
So they might bump up a couple spots.
Yep. And, Dragons now 7-game winning streak. And that's 10 out of their last 11 games are victories. And their only loss coming to Union College, which is, I think, the number 4 team in the country.
Yeah, I think they were number 3 at the time.
Oh, yeah. So Dragons win by 17, 57-40. That'll do it for the first game here in Columbia. The men's team will be playing in about 20 minutes or so. They'll be taking on the men's Catamounts team from Potomac State, WVU. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today, and we'll see you for the next game. And then the next time we'll be back will be Friday, February 7th. So, okay, so actually we're going to stay because we are going to have one of the coaches, I'm guessing Coach Barnes. Would you like to interview Coach Barnes?
No, that's all right. You can do it,
Okay,
man.
all right. So
I actually got basketball practice. We're off to another deal.
Okay, so that'll be fun. Dragons win by 17 points, forced 26 turnovers. Jayla Putman, 20 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Mariah Ruth, 9 points, 5 rebounds. Just a real impressive game for the Dragons. Really responded well and had a excellent second half, came out with a lot of energy. So it'll be exciting, but we're going to have Coach Barnes join us here. Should let her get the headset and everything. And all right. Welcome, Coach Barnes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So 7-game winning streak. You guys had One thing that we were talking about in the broadcast is when you played Allegheny, your team came out a little flat in the second half, was able to secure the victory. They came out with so much energy in the second half and just they won by 17. What is your thoughts on your team's performance today?
I think we're just growing and maturing as the season is going on. You know, we talked about our energy or lack thereof in Allegheny, and we just didn't like the showing that we had when we came out. So the last couple days in practice, that's something that we've been talking about. You know, we want to perform at a higher level. You know, give the fans something fun to watch and just bringing effort and energy all the time. You never know when your last time is going to be on the court, and you don't want it to your last memory to be like a game where, dang, I wish I could have played harder, or I wish I did this and I wish I did that. So I think it's just the growth and maturity of the team.
So no Mackenzie Walters today. Daye Boyro Balde had an amazing game, great minutes, and you can really see the confidence with her. Jaselskis had a great defensive, like first quarter especially, was really locking them down. It's got to be nice to see your team getting some confidence, and 7-game winning streak. It's well earned.
Yes, definitely. It's great to see the growth of everyone. You know, we have depth and we want to be able to utilize that. So I think today was a great confidence booster for DA. You know, she's missed a few games. She was glad to be back and she showed it today. She's been going hard in practice. So she's been ready to get back out there and I'm very proud of the way she played today.
Well, congrats on the victory. I'll see you Friday the 7th, but good luck at Frederick this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will be back with the men's game in about 20 minutes. Have a good one.